Okay then, we're just now leaving the Cherwell Valley services. Just drop the camera down for a bit till oncoming vehicles pass. So anyway, there's the Cherwell Valley services, so we're going to turn left for exit. So I'm just going to turn left to exit to the M40. And of course there's the Esso petrol station on the forecourt, which has the Asda on the move. And we like to, and there's a sign, thanks for calling. There's the petrol station, the forecourt.
Prepare to keep left. Please keep left in 100 yards onto the M40 toward London. Now keep left.
Okay, we're just now taking the slip road back onto the M40 to head now towards, so we're now heading south. So we're only on this one for a short distance before we get off for Bicester and of course Oxford. So we'll be coming off for Bicester and Oxford. We've decided to push the virtual part back now until once we've gone past Drayton, once after Drayton, so we can then start doing the recording on the arrival into the next service station, which will be Chieveley. So Chieveley is going to be the next service station, which will also be close to the M4 interchange. So we've done a bit of a tour of all the different services. So the next service is on this motorway, 17 miles, but we're not going to see that one because we'll be getting off in a minute, because we're going to get off for the A34 trunk road. So there's a sign, 64 miles to the capital, 7 miles to Bicester, 13 miles to Oxford. So we'll be getting off at Bicester, which is close to Bicester Village, which is the designer outlet shopping centre. It's a bit of a similar thing to what you'd find with Cheshire Oaks and all the other designer outlet places across the UK. Also MacArthur Glen at Cannock, which had opened back in 2021. So yeah, here we go, we're on our way. So anyway, there's like some kind of a tower right there which overlooks the motorway. So I'll be getting off shortly at the next junction, and so here we go. We are now on our way towards so we're now en route to our destination. Which will be, of course, so as you probably know, it's 109 miles to Poole in Dorset, and we can't see any signs regarding to the likes of Bournemouth and Poole because we're nowhere near those areas yet, but we will see the signs halfway when we come down the A34 trunk road, and so we're going to indicate the change when we get to the A34 interchange, which will be coming up in a minute, which is at Wendlebury. So we'll be getting off at Wendlebury. So it's 1.8 miles to the next upcoming junction, and so we are guaranteed that we'll get there for 11:30. But however, you can't predict any delays on the motorway until you get signs in advance. You just get it at last minute, especially whatever happens on each part of the road, and also with traffic jams, you can't predict them in advance. It just happens. So anyway, here's the sign coming up here for Blenheim Palace, so we can get off at this upcoming junction, which is for Wendlebury, and Here's a sign here, Bicester, Aylesbury, Oxford, Newbury, London and Town continues. So the M40 continues further to go down towards London. And so here we go, we're now on our way. So Bicester and Aylesbury coming up, so we're getting off here now. So Bicester, Aylesbury on the A4 and Oxford and Newbury on the A34.
Now exit left.
So here we go, we're coming to the junction right now. So this is the junction coming up, which we're getting off. So M40 continues all the way to London. So we're now coming off here. So estimated time of arrival, interval will be 11:30, just before lunchtime. So here we are. Right then, here we are at the junction. So we just got off the M40, so we just left the M40 interchange. So we just left the M40, so the M40 now continues on towards London, the capital. Also goes down towards Heathrow Airport, where it also meets up with the M25. And Bicester is to the left. And so here we go.
Now exit the roundabout.
Okay, we're just now entering the A34. So I just had to do a bit of a virtual one at last minute. We did originally say it was going to be virtual, but now it was only a small virtual just to get around the intersection of changing roads. So anyway, 10 miles to Oxford now. Now, as you probably know, Oxford is a university city, and loads of iconic, familiar faces actually went to the uni, especially the former Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, who was also the Mayor of London, and of course the two lovely, two familiar faces off Countdown, with the likes of Rachel Riley, and of course Dictionary Corner, Susie Dent, which were Oxford graduates. So we're now coming towards Oxford, so we're now on our way towards Oxford. So this is the A34 trunk road right now, all the way towards all the way into the Oxfordshire area now. So we're coming into Oxfordshire now, and I just hope you enjoy the trip all the way down. So we've got 105 miles left into our destination, and so anyway, 9 miles to Oxford, 36 miles to Newbury and 37 miles to Swindon. And here's a little service forecourt. This one's got a Shell petrol station. This one's a Shell, and then the opposite side is BP, and that's got M&S as their tenant, as the tenant within the shop, and there's a KFC as well with a Starbucks. And of course there's an Enviro 400 double MC on the 55 route, operated by Stagecoach Oxfordshire, and there's a Starbucks just right there. Now, as you know, Stagecoach are like an operator. They operate across the Midlands as well, with the likes of Coventry, Stratford. They also come over Solihull. They also come over to do some Birmingham work, even over at the QE as well. And all those operations have come out from Rugby Depot, while Solihull, while they've got some over Solihull, like some from Rugby, while the rest is from Nuneaton and Leamington, Stratford depots. And so here we go, we are now on our way. So we're now on our way now, all the way towards the south. So we're now coming down to the south direction now, so we're coming into the south. Now we come out of the Midlands, and we're going as far as Oxford, and then we'll be switching from, well, we've left the Midlands behind. We're actually going down towards Dorset and Kidlington, Oxford's 5 miles, Newbury 36, Cheltenham 45 miles, and 69 miles to Southampton. And Southampton has 2 railway stations, Southampton Central and of course Southampton Airport Parkway, which is close to the airport, and that is also where flights fly from to different parts, even to the Channel Islands. And so Southampton is 69 miles away, because that's the indication where we're heading for. And so there's a sign there towards Kidlington and the Water Eaton Park and Ride. For Oxford, please use Park and Ride sign. And so here we go. We're now on our way towards so we're now on our way south. Okay, here we go. We are now heading for the south coast. So as you probably know, Pool's on the south coast as well. So as you probably know, Pool is one iconic place. It's not just like a town, it also has an indoor shopping centre called the Dolphin Centre, formerly known as the Arndale Centre, similar to what you would find up in Manchester, up in the northwest. And the Dolphin Shopping Centre has some good choice of stores with the likes of H&M, Primark, Boots, Next. There's a Sports Direct, there's also Beals, and of course it's the last Beals left in Dorset following the closure of the Bournemouth one in 2020, because Beals originally went into administration but opened under new management that same year. And of course they've opened the other two, and they've opened 2 other stores which were also under the original name, with the likes of Southport and of course in Peterborough. So anyway, here we go. We're now in the Oxfordshire area. So Blenheim Palace sign up there, and so Blenheim Palace, and here's a sign coming up, and this one is for Pear Tree Services, which is only a smaller type service station. So Pear Tree Services is coming up, and so here we go. We're now at Pear Tree Services. So there's Pear Tree down there, so that's Pear Tree Services down there. So we're within Oxfordshire now. So Drayton is not far away now. So we're not far away from Drayton. So we're not far away from Drayton in Oxfordshire. So there will be more exciting videos once again coming on the channel, and I'll let you know when as soon as I upload them. So it's half an hour to Newbury and Swindon, and 67 miles to Southampton. So the A34 goes all the way from here, and we'll then be meeting up with the M3, which is over at Winchester. So once we get on the M3, that will take us from Winchester all the way down as far as part of Southampton, from when we'll meet up with the M27 to then take us through the New Forest and then join onto the A31 to take us towards Herne, and then go past Bournemouth Airport, over past Christchurch, and then we'll come through the town of Bournemouth before we then head to Branksome Chine, because Branksome Chine is also on this route as well. And instead of turning left, we'll be turning right to go towards Poole Town Centre, because turning left when we get to like the area of Sandbanks, which is close to Poole Harbour, goes towards Swanage over the Chain Ferry, which is the Toll Ferry, and that crosses from the Sandbanks end to the Studland end by Shell Bay. Those are all under the National Trust. All beaches, most of the beaches are also under the National Trust, like Shell Bay, Knoll Beach, Middle Beach, and of course South Beach. And there's our Home Bargains right there. So anyway, we just now met up with the National Grid coming up now. So these are the bigger size pylons coming up at the National Grid. So we're now at Botley Interchange. So we just now arrived at Botley Interchange, and Botley Interchange is close to Oxford. So we're coming to Botley Interchange, and so here's a sign towards Swindon, Oxford, the A420, Ring Road, Newbury. And so we're now coming to North Hinksey. So this is North Hinksey, Botley. Anyway, here we are. We're now going through Oxford now. So we're now in Oxford, the university city, where all those people I've mentioned earlier, all the famous people you might have heard. And so here we go. You can see there's been a lot of tower cranes throughout the journey, and there's a Premier Inn, which I don't think I've ever seen before. And there's a retail park with Sports Direct and Decathlon, and so there's a Premier Inn just right here at Oxford. And of course Enviro 400 stagecoach in the new stagecoach livery, the yellow livery. So 25 miles to the M4, so we got 25 miles to the next service station, which will be over at Chieveley. And so the next service station will be in 25 miles, which will be Chieveley. And so Chieveley is going to be in 25 miles. And coming up, you'll see the former nearby power station. Well, I won't be able to get a picture of it this time round because it's not there anymore. It's been demolished. And so anyway, here we go. We're now coming along, so you'll come to, so we're now on our way. So we're heading down south all the way towards Oxford. Well, we're coming through Oxford, so we've just gone through Oxford, we've gone past Oxford, and next is coming up is Drayton. So Drayton's going to be coming up next, and Drayton Park Golf Club, which is just sits right next to the M40, not the M40, the A34, which sits next to the A34 Trunk Road. And so here we go. We are now here. So here's another set of National Grid. These join up with the ones that go past the Drayton Park Golf Club, which you'll see on the opposite side. So we're now at Hinksey Hill Interchange. So this is Hinksey Hill, and so here we go. And of course there's Oxford Garden Centre, which is coming up, which is on our right hand side. So that's Oxford Garden Centre, and so we're now heading away from Oxford now. So I'm going down towards Reading, the A34 and the M4, and so we're coming to a place called Kennington. Now, as you might think, wait, Kennington's in London on the Northern Line, the London Underground line, but there's actually a Kennington over here in Oxford. And Kennington in London for the London Underground Northern Line is for like Northern Line services by a bank, and also services by Charing Cross go to and from Morton, and of course the recent extension to Battersea Power Station. 62 miles to Southampton now. So as we're getting closer and closer, the numbers start to decrease, and so the numbers start to decrease now. And so anyway, there's a Ridley's coach just passing us, and so we're now on our way to walk through the Oxford area. So we're just now gone past, so we're just now gone through the Oxford area now. So Abingdon North, A4 183. So Abingdon North, that's 1.5 mile, and so we're now on our way to walk through the Oxford area now. So we're just now gone past, so we're just now gone past Abingdon North, A4 183. So Abingdon North, that's 1.5 mile, and so we're now on our way to walk through the Oxford area now. So Abingdon North, A4 183. So Abingdon North, that's 1.5 mile, and so so Abingdon North Industrial Estates coming up. So here we go. Anyway, back to the video. So Abingdon South, Fairacres, Abingdon and Drayton Road. So reading on the A34 and the M4 coming up. So Abingdon North is just coming up there. So Drayton's coming up shortly, and Didcot's. So Didcot's coming up. So you'll now, as you probably know, the rain is starting to disappear now because the weather's starting to brighten up a little bit. So we're guaranteed that we'll get good weather when we get down to Poole. So it's 92 miles left now to Poole. We should be in Poole very soon, and so we will go. So we'll go via Bournemouth and Sandbanks. So here we go. So we're now so then here we go. So we're now on our way. So we're on our way downwards now. So I'm just going down all the way down towards the Drayton. So Drayton's coming up shortly. So Drayton's on its way now. So Drayton will be coming up, and we'll see those pylons, which those ones actually join up to the three-armed ones, which also used to go down towards the former nearby power station at Didcot. So anyway, here we go. We're now so Marcham Interchange coming up now. So Marcham Interchange is coming up right now. So the Marcham Interchange is coming up right now. So Dalton Barracks. So this is Abingdon right now. So we're now at Abingdon. And the toll station is just right there. So the weather's starting to brighten up right now. So the weather's now brightening up as we arrive at Drayton. And here we go. We are now on our way. So we're on our way now towards so here we go, we're coming to Drayton right now. So Chieveley services is 20, so it's now gone at least, I think it was 25 miles as we were up the road, up this road here, the A34. So Chieveley services won't be far away nearly, and so here we go. We are now. So anyway, the Didcot power cables are coming up now. Well, the Drayton pylons. You probably won't be able to see them because I'm actually in the mist. Because there's a bit of a mist about over in Oxfordshire. You can see bits of the other ones. I'm not sure if you can see the other ones yet. Yeah, you can see them. So there they are over there. That's the Drayton pylons, the formerly known as the Drayton half pylons. And so we're now coming through here now. So the weather is getting a bit clement now as we head down south. So we're now going down south. So anyway, here we are coming towards Drayton. So we've just gone through Drayton. Drayton Park Golf Club's just right over there. And So we're now going along. So that's the Drayton pylons just gone past, and so we are doing really well with the weather. So the weather's doing really well. So Drayton's just over there, and that is also where Didcot Power Station used to be, just right down there. So anyway, we'll see you when we get to Chieveley. Okay then, here we are. We're now exiting the motorway. Not the motorway, the A34 trunk road. The A34 trunk road here at Chieveley Services, and of course the M4 interchange. So the M4 east and west. So the M4 that way, that goes towards London and Reading, while the other one goes towards Bristol and also on to Cardiff. So here we are, we're now arriving at Chieveley Services. So this is Chieveley M4 and A34. So we're now at Chieveley Services. So we're now at Chieveley. So Chieveley. So once we get, so the next part will just be virtual until Sutton Scotney Services, and then we'll resume normal flesh. Here we are at Chieveley Services.